What if I told you that wealth isn't reserved for the privileged few? What if I told you that regardless of your background or education, you have the power to shape your financial destiny? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? But here's the catch. Building wealth from nothing requires courage, determination, and a willingness to challenge conventional wisdom. Now, let's shatter some myths. Contrary to popular belief, financial success isn't solely determined by luck or circumstance. It's a result of strategic choices and unwavering commitment. Millions of people struggle to put food on the table, and the specter of paycheck-to-paycheck living looms large. But amidst the bleak statistics lies a glimmer of hope, a roadmap to financial freedom. So, where do we begin? In a sea of conflicting advice, who do you trust? Beware of self-proclaimed experts peddling one-size-fits-all solutions. True wisdom lies in learning from those who've walked the path you aspire to tread. Seek guidance from mentors who've weathered the storms of financial uncertainty and emerged victorious. The truth is, if you want to build wealth, you must first earn it. Start earning money whatever skills you have. Most likely, if your goal is to try to build up your wealth as fast as possible, you aren't going to get there through a traditional job. Instead, pick a career or a business that isn't dependent on how many hours you work, but on the results you achieve. Get in the habit of investing everything immediately. The core principle behind investing everything immediately is the recognition of the time value of money. Money invested today has the potential to grow and generate returns over time. If you want to build your wealth, the reality is that the longer you wait to start investing, the more difficult it's going to be. Because the more time you allow for your money to grow, the more money you'll eventually have. Wealth could not be built with lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation occurs when individuals increase their spending as their income rises, often leading to a higher standard of living, but not necessarily increased financial security. This is the only way to overcome this is if you make more money. Keep your expenses the same. Don't change a single thing and invest the difference immediately. If you're earning $60,000 and get a raise to $80,000, great. Now you save another $20,000. By prioritizing financial prudence and modest living standards, you need to maintain control over your financial destiny. Now let's take example of entrepreneur and investor Mark Cuban rose to prominence as a technology pioneer and owner of the Dallas Mavericks NBA team. Cuban advocates for entrepreneurship, innovation, and seizing opportunities in emerging markets. He emphasizes the importance of continuous learning, adaptability, and risk-taking in building wealth. One also important concept you should know in the path of building wealth is leverage. Leverage in finance refers to the strategic use of borrowed capital to increase the potential return on investment. Let's understand this. When an investor uses leverage, they contribute a portion of their own capital and borrow the remainder from a lender or financial institution. This borrowed capital is then invested alongside the investor's own funds to amplify the size of the investment position. The investor retains ownership of the assets acquired with the borrowed funds, but is required to repay the borrowed amount with interest. Effective risk management is essential when utilizing leverage in investments. You should carefully assess their risk tolerance, investment objectives, and financial circumstances before employing leverage. Next very important thing this generation has is automation. You can take benefit from this by automating your savings. It is a very simple way to build wealth. You could consider setting up regular transfers from a checking account to a high-yield savings account or investing in mutual funds. How much money should you allocate to savings? Determine how much percentage of your income you can save after reducing necessary expenses, pre-plan this, and do automate your savings. In the path of wealth building, avoid personal debt. Debt don't let you grow, it will eat your money in the form of high interest rates. It is also important to have a right mindset. You have to think critically about money and the decisions you are taking with money. Developing an abundance mindset or believing that there are enough resources and opportunities for everyone. By doing all of this, you can build wealth as possible and even without a crazy high starting income. But it will require a lot of work, sacrifice, and discipline to stay consistent. It means you'll have to cut back as often as possible and otherwise live like you're constantly broke. But after 10 years, you'll have the financial security that most people dream about. And those habits are likely to continue forward to build an even greater future. If you watched till here, hope you don't forget to like, share, and subscribe AJ's Info. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for joining us today. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.